Missed Tuesday's show? Here's the recap, presented by Honda.
How did Kawhi pull Paul George away from OKC?
It almost feels like the free agency was kind of like an episode of The Bachelor. You're going on multiple dates with multiple people at the same time. He was meeting with the Clippers on Monday night, meeting with the Lakers on Tuesday afternoon, and it appears he met with Paul George on the same day he was meeting with the Lakers. Personally, I just didn't know he had that in him to be recruiting Paul George away from the Oklahoma City Thunder. The idea that Kawhi is a recruiter? Like, who knew that?
I know.
Who knew that was something that he was into, yeah.
John Smoltz here on the Rich Eisen Show. Verlander saying that he believes the balls are juiced. Would you agree with that assessment, John?
How much of it's intentional, I can't even comprehend. But I would say this, percentage-wise, the ball's different. The commissioner has even echoed that. This is different. There's something different. They're trying to figure out why. But also, philosophically, the game has changed. So you're going to get more home runs whether the ball was juiced or not. It's just the style of baseball. It's the way that they're rewarding their players. It's a system the players are growing up in. But it's the distances that are getting people a little bit more concerned to think that the ball's traveling farther and staying in the air longer.
Kevin Bacon here on the Rich Eisen Show.
I ran into Kevin Costner. He was remembering that we shot a scene at the Louisiana State Penitentiary, and bordering it is this giant swamp. And we were doing a scene, if you could picture, back behind me is the swamp. And there's some guys in the background who are extras, and I think they were actual prisoners. And I start doing my scene, and Costner, he keeps looking past me, and they say, cut. And turns out a guy was getting attacked by a snake. And I ran into Costner the other day, and he said, listen, dude, I'm so sorry.
What happens with Westbrook here, Ramona?
I don't know that they trade him. Once something's out in the open and uncomfortable, it's usually better to move on as quickly as possible. But Westbrook is a foundational piece. You don't get a player like that very often. And if you have to trade that player, or if you feel like you have to trade that player, you better do it right. It's a tricky contract to trade. I mean, he's not exactly at his peak value. He looks like a guy whose athleticism was starting to wane. So as much as they would be nice to have a resolution, I'm sure, just for the comfort factor of everyone involved, I don't think you rush that unless you feel really good about it.
Is it true that you tip DJs at weddings you attend to not play the song Footloose?
I have done that. Yes. And I'll tell you why. A wedding is the one day in a non-celebrity's life when they can be the star of the show. I don't want to make a wedding about me. The song doesn't come on until there's been a lot of alcohol served. Everyone is half in the bag. People will form a circle around me. And
like it's the horror.
But I'm supposed to perform like a trained monkey. I don't like
So
it.
what's the going rate to grease the DJ?
I don't think a 20 would cut it anymore.
Oh my gosh.
For more Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Rich Eisen Show app.